Hey, you guys, and welcome back to another session with Flavor with the Messiah. So today we'll be making some Cajun shrimp Alfredo pasta, and we're going to add some chicken and some adubula sausages in there as well. So let's jump right into the recipe. So the things we'll need today is some chicken tenders, some Alfredo pasta. We have all our seasoning that I use that makes my pasta a bomb. And then 2 bell peppers. You have the variety to choose between the red, orange, green, or yellow. But I like these 2. Then we have our no yolk extra broad noodles. So the first thing that we need to do is cut up our chicken tenderloins. We're going to cut them in a cube shape. This helps me for when I'm sauteing my chicken in a skillet. All right, you guys, as you guys can see, we have cut up our chicken pieces and they're in a cube shape. That's what I wanted it in. So we're going to get ready and put it in the skillet so we can saute it. So I'm going to use half of this margarine to put it in here and let it just simmer so it can be nice and tender. But y'all know I got to say it, so let me go ahead and say it. If you are watching this and you are enjoying it already, please, 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 please follow, like, heart, share, and subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, and make sure that you like this video. Yes, yes, yes. All right, you guys, it is ready to go in. Do you hear it? Do you hear that sizzling sound? So we're going to put all of that chicken in there. And then what we're going to end up doing is we're going to let that marinate in that butter for a minute. Let that marinate in that for a sec. And then I'm going to come in with my seasoning that I have over here. So we're going to let that sit. Let's cut up this shrimp. All right, so as you guys can see, the chicken is simmering, so we're going to start putting our seasoning in so it can marinate in there with it. So I'm first adding the Italian seasoning. I got this from Aldi's. Yes, I did. Accent. You can get this from your local grocery store as well. You can get all of these products from your local grocery store. You really can. My Cajun seasoning. This is the bomb. This is a Walmart brand that I truly like, and I put more of this in there than anything because I want it with a little kick. And then slap your mama. Slap your mama. Whoever came up with that, genius. Seasoning so good, make you want to slap your mama. And then just a little bit of garlic powder. We don't need that much of that. Okay, so we got all of that marinating in there. We are going to mix this around a bit so that chicken that's underneath with the butter is getting what it needs to get. And as you guys can see, look, this chicken is already getting tenderized. I won't lie to you when I say this method works. It works and it tastes good. It tastes real good. So we done mixed that in. We're gonna let that marinate some more. Just let it simmer. Now let's get to this shrimp. All right, you guys. It's time to cut up these shrimp. Cut them up, cut them up, cut them up. As you guys know, your shrimp should be pre-cleaned, making sure that none of that waste is in here or there. So I spared you guys the video of doing that because that still kind of grosses me out. But we have our clean shrimp already ready to go. So obviously what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna slice this up because I have a child that doesn't like shrimp. And what is chicken Alfredo pasta without the shrimp in it? So I cut it up very small and tiny, so when I saute it in the skillet, it turns into like little shrimp balls. So when it's mixed in with that sausage and that chicken, he won't even know what's in there, as he always do. Or if that's the case, he can just pick it out. But it's going in there today. I'm not even finna worry about none of that. So we're cutting up this shrimp. We're gonna get it nice and tiny so Mr. Stacy won't see it. That's his name. And then we're gonna be good to go. And it's gonna go in the skillet right after this chicken gets done. Boom. See? It doesn't look tiny, but trust me, once we start frying it, it's gonna get real small. Just to show you guys, I'm gonna go wash this off because I don't want to contaminate anything else until everything is fully done. I do not cut meat back to back. Obviously, we should all know to clean off a cutting board residue when you're swapping out meats because it contaminates things, and dealing with chicken, switching over to something else, it can give you salmonella along with other things. So let's clean this first and then we'll be right back. All right, so we have the meat cooking and all that good stuff. So now it's time to chop up the vegetables. So there are so many ways to cut a bell pepper. I don't know. I'm not no surgical food person like that. I just take it right out the middle. Boop, there you go. And boom, there you go. That's it, that's all. Nothing fancy about that, was it? I know. Took under a minute. Magic. Pop. Boom. And they had another one growing in the inside. See that? Little baby bell pepper. All right, so it's the same thing with these as well. So you have an option to cut it up in different sizes. Me, per se, I like everything chopped up in tiny diced pieces. But some people do it like this. They'll use a elongated bell pepper cut and put it in their pasta. And it tastes good. But when you're dealing with kids that don't like visible vegetables and say they don't like the taste of things, you got to hide this stuff so they can eat it. Yeah. Yes, you. She's in the background talking in my video. But yeah. Yeah. So you got to hide it. You got to hide the stuff so they can eat it. But yep, we're going to dice these up. And this is going to go in our pasta. So I normally use half of one bell pepper for both, because I don't want all of those bell peppers in there. It's that's a lot. So we're going to do half and half. So we're going to ziplock the rest of this, but we're going to cut the rest of this up. All right, you guys, you see we have them all cut up and diced up. So now I'm gonna put these, matter of fact, I was gonna put them in here, but no, I'm not. I'm gonna put them in there with the chicken because I use these with the chicken mainly, and I put the shrimp and the sausages in on a separate note. All right, so I'm going to throw these bell peppers in here with the chicken, and this is going to help it get even more tenderized. You hear me? So we're gonna let that marinate in there with that chicken. Obviously, we're gonna stir it up a bit. And as your chicken starts getting soft, come in and start chopping it up. Come in and start chopping it up. Yeah. Chop it up, chop it up, chop it up. All right, so we are about to put our pasta sauce in the pot to put it on simmer so it can start cooking. And I'm gonna add some seasoning and stuff in there as well and get that all marinated up and seasoned up, so when the meat is done, the last thing to do would be to boil the no yolk noodles. So after I emptied out my jars, I just put a little bit of water in to get the rest of that remaining pasta sauce that's in there out of there. Same thing for the second one. Now we add the seasoning. When doing this, I don't necessarily use more one than another. I just do it until my spirit says stop shaking. If that makes sense. So now we're gonna blend this all together and we're gonna let this marinate and cook while the other stuff is still sauteing. And I'm gonna cut it on low because I don't want to burn my pasta sauce. So I'm just mixing all of this seasoning up in here, making sure that it's all marinated and good. And I will list all of the ingredients and everything that I used in the description for you to make this at home, okay? So we're gonna let this simmer as well. It's on low. So this is how your chicken should look when you're done. When it's all sauteed and your bell peppers are in it. The water is boiling for the pasta, so we're gonna let that do what it needs to do. And then we're gonna do our shrimp, add all of that in, and then the pasta should be done. So we're gonna add our egg yolk noodles in now. I will be adding 2 packs to this pot. I know you're probably wondering, like, that pot is very small for that amount of noodles, but there's always a method to my madness. Just sit back and watch. So we're gonna put the lid on this and let it simmer. Now it's time to saute our shrimp, and we're gonna do the same exact thing that we did to our chicken to our shrimp. All right, so we're gonna season our shrimp. We're gonna use some Old Bay seasoning and a little bit of Slap Your Mama, and then we're gonna put the top back on and let it simmer. So our noodles are almost done, but I want them a little bit more softer than what they are. They're not soggy, but they're not hard. I want it right in the middle. And once we let this simmer, we're gonna cut the pot off. Do you guys see this? This is the best way to get your noodles tender how you want them, not too soggy and not too hard. and it's gonna be good. Ooh, just can't wait. All right, it's time to cut our pot off. Our noodles are done. All right, you guys, so it's time to add all the ingredients. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to add the sausages because somebody ate them, but we got everything else. Our shrimp was the last thing to get done, but they will be going into the pot next. Now I'm just gonna stir up everything, make sure that sauce is throughout the pasta, and it will be ready to serve. And here you have it, the Cajun shrimp and chicken pasta. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And please, if you like this content or any of the other content that I give to you guys, please don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.